Hi crochet friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stefania and today I'm going to be sharing some more free crochet patterns from Ravelry. Since it's officially June, I thought we would celebrate Pride Month by checking out some Pride themed makes. If you like this kind of video, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out a lot. I make new videos every week, including check-in videos, crochet tutorials, and other craft content. If you want to follow along with the patterns that I'm highlighting in this video, I have a Google Doc in the description where you can find links to all of the patterns. Without further ado, let's head on over to Ravelry and I'll show you the free patterns that I found. The first category of Pride-inspired patterns I'd like to share is Decor. Your home is where you can truly be yourself and customize your surroundings to be cozy and representative of who you are. While you don't need to cover your whole home in rainbows, it can be nice to add some pride-filled decor. Starting off, we have the Rainbow Edged Granny by Zines and Roger. There are so many rainbow-themed blankets on Ravelry, and even more patterns that you could just use rainbow yarn on. But I decided to include this pattern as an example because I really like how the white body of the blanket looks light and airy, while the rainbow edge adds so much interest. Even in the warmer months, I like to cozy up with a blanket, so the granny-style blanket would be perfect to balance being cozy and not getting too hot. To go with your rainbow blanket, consider making this Rainbow in the Clouds pillow by Tamara Kelly. If you've been following along with some of my other pattern inspiration videos, you'll know I'm drawn to patterns with texture. This pillow is no exception. The baubles in the rainbow section of this project add a lovely design element that I just want to run my fingers over. By using bulky yarn for the white section, this pillow also works up quickly, so you'll have some new decor before too long. Next, I wanted to highlight a wall hanging, specifically the Rainbow Showers wall hanging by Helen Anderson. Again, there are so many gorgeous wall hanging patterns out there, but I wanted to share this one because it would be a great project for me. It's made entirely with single crochet stitches, so you can focus on practicing color changes. Helen uses a tweed yarn, which gives this interesting variation in the colors, but no matter what yarn you use, you'll have a colorful element to hang on your wall. The last decor item I wanted to highlight in this video is the Pride Planter Cozies by Megan Lapp. These bright plant pot covers are a great way to show your pride or allyship on both your indoor and outdoor plants. You can even turn them into a plant hanger to free up more space on your shelf for even more plants. Or if your plants are happy as they are, you could also use this project as a basket. Now that our homes are decked out in rainbows, I wanted to highlight some clothing options. Like with decor, this is purely a jumping off point of inspiration of wearables you can crochet. I initially had a much longer list of clothing options, but I narrowed it down to these 3 patterns that I personally would love to wear. First up is the Rainbow Crop Top by Lori Carson. I love the unique shape of this top and the bright colors. I love a good crop top in the summertime, and this one features an open back to keep you cool. Making this pattern in a cotton yarn will also help keep the fabric breathable. For a more masculine shirt, here is Flower Over Boys by Edwin Go. I love wearing an open button down, and while this one seems simple at first glance, the mesh allows for great airflow while still showing off the light yellow color. In addition, the delicate flowers sewn onto the bottom of this shirt are a unique detail that is completely customizable. Even though this shirt isn't specifically pride-themed, I wanted to include it on this list because the pattern combines a feminine and masculine feel all in one make. Finally, I wanted to highlight this Rainbow Love Wrap by Andrea Cretu. This shawl is absolutely gorgeous and is made using a Tunisian style of crochet. It is a more complex pattern, so it is better suited to an intermediate crocheter. Regardless, the use of gradient yarn is an easy way to achieve the smooth rainbow look, and the eyelets add a lovely detail to the fabric. To go along with your Pride-inspired clothing, I wanted to highlight some jewelry that you can easily and quickly make. Whether you crochet them for yourself or to give to your friends and loved ones, these patterns are a great way to show off your pride. Starting off are the Rainbow Arrow Earrings by Divine Debris. Amber of Divine Debris has so many beautiful Pride-inspired earring patterns on Ravelry, it was difficult to pick just one. I landed on this pair because I liked how the arrow shape puts a twist on the standard rainbow arch. Like many earring patterns, this one does call for thread weight yarn and a 1.9mm hook. But even though it is a small project, it has a huge visual impact when you wear them out and about. Next up is the Rainbow Anklet, aka Take That Doma, by Patty. This project also uses thread weight yarn, creating multiple strands that come together into a lovely rainbow. If you'd prefer to show off the colors of your specific pride flag, you can easily adapt the pattern colors to whatever colors you'd like. You could wear it as shown as an anklet, as a bracelet, or you could even make it longer and turn it into a necklace. I also wanted to feature the pattern Heart Ring by Charlotte Perudian. These rings are really cute and would be super simple to customize using whatever colors are in your pride flag. This is a great project to use your small scraps of yarn on, or if you want to make a lot of pieces to wear or give away. The next category of patterns I'd like to share is Amigurumi. Yet again, there were so many spectacular patterns on Ravelry that I'd love to make, but I had to narrow it down to keep this video from being too long. So I tried to choose 3 patterns that would be perfect to customize with any pride flag colors you want. First up are the Pride Flag Hearts Amigurumi by Julia Simpson. Hearts are a pretty common crochet pattern to come across, but I appreciate how this one includes directions for different numbers of stripes. Even if you don't see the specific flag you want to represent, you can easily use the directions and adapt them to different colors. If your flag has additional symbols on it, you could even embroider that symbol on top of the heart. I think it would also be cute to make a bunch of different pride flag hearts, then string them together to make a garland. Another cute customizable pattern is the LGBTQIA+ Pride Cake Slices by Grace Gromes. I wanted to include this pattern on the list because I haven't seen many like it. You can customize the cake slices with 3, 4, 5, or 6 colors to match a wide variety of pride flags. I think it would be really fun to make a whole cake worth of slices so that when you cut into it, there's a rainbow reveal. The third amigurumi pattern I wanted to share is Ice Pop Amigurumi by Raffaella Tassoni. While this pattern isn't specifically pride themed, I saw the stripes on these adorable popsicles and knew that they would be perfect to customize into pride pops. The little faces on these makes are super cute and will remind you to keep your cool in these trying times. The final category of crochet pattern I'd like to share is keychains. These are great small projects to make and carry around with you to show your pride in our community. I narrowed down a long list of amazing keychain patterns to just 2 examples, but I highly encourage you to check out Ravelry for even more great keychains. The first keychain pattern I want to share is the Amigurumi Rainbow Keychain by Mercedes Shepherd. There are lots of rainbow patterns out there, but I appreciated the fringe on this one. This pattern calls for thread weight yarn or embroidery floss and a 2mm hook. I love how it looks in the standard rainbow colorway, but I can also imagine it would be really cute in different pride colorways as well. Last, but certainly not least, is the LGBTQIA Pride Keychain by Kimberly Goodnow. This easy pattern is quick to make up and is a great way to customize your keys. The pattern instructs you to make 2 flags, then join them together to make a plush flag. I think it would also be a fun idea to leave the 2 flags open on one end to make a small pocket of sorts. You may need to attach a button or flap in this case, but this pattern is a great jumping off point. If you're interested in making any of the patterns I've featured in this video, I've included a link to my Google Doc in the description. That's where you can find the links to all the patterns and designers. Like I've mentioned a couple of times, this was only a brief selection of all the amazing pride-inspired patterns you can find on Ravelry. If the patterns I highlighted didn't exactly capture your attention, I highly recommend you head on over to Ravelry and see if you can find projects that speak to you specifically. On a more serious note, although Pride Month can be a fun time in the sun, it's also important to remember that Pride started as a protest. It's easy to forget and even tempting to ignore the harsh reality that in the present queer rights are being threatened. I don't want to get too into the heaviness of this topic, but while making these fun patterns, I invite you to join me in remembering all of the brave queer elders that fought and died for our rights to be ourselves and love who we love. It's important to continue that fight, and part of doing so is by finding our queer joy and being visibly proud to be who we are. Thanks for watching till the end of the video. If you liked this video, make sure you leave a like, and if you loved this video, be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications. That way, YouTube should let you know the next time I release a new video. Initially, when I went through Ravelry in search of the patterns for this video, I ended up with a list of 50 different patterns. I didn't want this video to be super long though, so that's why I ended up narrowing it down to these 15 makes. If you're interested in seeing more of the patterns that I found, leave me a comment letting me know you want to see a part 2. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!